once you get shard.
10 seconds
Oh yeah, that's true.
remaining.
The Berserker, whatever it
They
is.
go with
Ursa.
Ursa.
Your heroes.
That's why I ban it all the time. Because coach.
Max out of all the heroes that we proposed, so it's a good egg hitter, it's a good laner.
Very good shard as well on that Ursa. That Enrage.
This game,
smooth transition right there. No one noticed. What do I think?
You think?
I think Elephant's got this one. It's a bit tricky playing Ursa and Storm into Disruptor, but if they take him out first, also in this game, I think Storm's itemization should be Treads Kaya into BKB to be able to just take out that Disruptor, and should be relatively easy. You know, same thing that was happening in the previous game. Try to take out AA before he gets the blast off. Sometimes it's easier said than done, but this is just my take on this. B-Cup, my friend, you got anything better?
Never. I'm just gonna say yes. That's totally correct. I agree. I'm going Elfin as well. Sure. That's. Ooh.
Spicy.
Break the tie. Ooh. Okay. See the little 3-2 split right there? I think right now my predictions are on point. We're looking at game number 2. There's also another prediction for this game. How many high ground towers will be taken at game's end?
30 seconds to battle.
So high ground towers are tier 3 and tier 4 towers.
Yes. So I believe the numbers are less than 4, 4 to 7, or greater than 7. I said 4 to 7.
Hmm.
And that's on
Knowing
dpc.pw
when
sports.
if IG if they lose, they tend to call GG prematurely without even losing tier 3 towers sometimes. So
The battle
I
We'll see.
guess 4 or less than 4.
So we'll have to see if it comes down to that. Sometimes those tier 4 towers, they don't go down when it's a one-sided game. It's like 2 lanes of towers that fall. But this one looks like it could be close. A little bit of back and forth, potentially. We'll see if Somnus, with this Spirit, Ember Spirit, he popped off, and now with Storm Spirit, we'll see if he could do the same.
If you know how to play the matchup against, you probably know how to play the quite opposite. So Somnus this time around on the Storm Spirit. So far so good. TCS, he's going to be able to secure the last one, the third. I want to see how the bottom lane goes, because this is not supposed to be a good lane for Ursa. Panel talked about the creep skipping, but there's going to be so much overtime damage, battle hunger, and the Phoenix Fire Spirit, so I don't think it's necessary, especially early on. Ursa level 1 doesn't really do that much. So should be IG favored early on.
See how they do with this.
Once you hit that level 2, Ursa gets Earth Shock, Treant Protector, gets a Leech Seed, then you can man up and try to fight, because a Leech Seed is a lot of heal. It's 16 per second, duration 5 seconds, so that's almost 100 heal, which is not bad.
Another Nature's Grasp, just trying to put the damage on.
Red Panda also started with Boots of Speed, bringing a Sentry, a healing salve for his Ursa.
Yeah, right
not
now.
too much mana to work with.
Yeah. Right now, all he's got queued up is just regen. Tango, Salve, Mango, Salve. Try to do what he needs to do to keep Ursa enabled.
Okay, he gets a living armor level 2.
I don't hate it.
It's a global presence, could potentially make a difference on a mid lane where two spirits like to play, especially Storm Spirit. He likes to play a bit more aggressive
Right.
on the Ember early on.
See who will in fact secure first blood. And as I say that, spear hits. Look at the healing ward. Fly though. He's A-okay for the moment.
They hit level 3 before. So Yang, a bit limited on mana, still has enough for combo. So could potentially threaten a kill.
Battle Hunger, Red Panda, one more shot, and it'll be the Battle Hunger that gives JT the first blood. Eurus jumping onto JT, trying to do as much damage as he can. Just push him back, but he does have that salve, so won't be leaving the lane or anything like that. He'll stay right in the face of Eurus.
And now that's a great start. Axe puts another point in Battle Hunger, has a Ring of Health. This bottom lane is gonna become a real issue for Elephant. You hit level 3, you put another point in Fire Spirits, and Ursa doesn't get to play Dota, I think, in this bottom lane.
Money changes hands.
Morbid Mask done. So he can potentially go to jungle, just let Treant Protector leech. It's too much harassment from these two heroes. So he might actually die. He's dead.
Yeah, Icarus dive over him. Fire Spirit's trying to get the heal from the Treant, but the right click in from JT.
It's like a little axe.
Big kill for them to get shut down Eurus,
Moves.
who isn't exactly CSing well either. Fly into the Blade Fury spear, just pushes Fly away. Not latch on to any of these trees. They are doing a lot of damage onto Ali though.
Lion, he wants that healing ward. Spin,
Oh, he might die
not
for
ready.
this.
Oh yeah, he's gonna definitely die for this.
Ooh, spear, but not going to be enough. The Thunder Strike there with the right clicks of Ali. Now they've got the Glimpse. Yang,
Spin available
Nice.
in 5, but no boots on both heroes.
he's got the heal. He'll have a spear in 2. About turning and throwing out a spear at God's Rebuke, but it's just not what Yang wants. Both side lanes for Elephant are not going well.
I want to see how long Ursa stays in this bottom lane, because it does not get easier for him. Also, Red Panda put in another point in Nature's Grasp. To be honest, I don't like that. I think you, as a 5, need to put points in Leech Seed, because this is the spell that really scales combined to Nature's Grasp, and just prioritizing Living Armor is a much better choice, in my opinion.
Right. Maybe he felt pressured into taking the living armor. Pressure coming on.
Well, maybe I feel pressured to run down mid by Shadow Amulet. He's gonna die here unless he TPs. Axe does not have a point in Berserker's Call. They didn't know
taking a
that.
significant amount of damage standing in the Nature's Grasp.
Okay,
but-
they decide not to chase. Too much XP. Vanguard done on Axe, so he's pretty unkillable.
Ali dying as they've got the damage coming out from FY and Yang.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Grabbing their first kill. Land is stunned. They've got a spear out of mana. It's got 5 charges on that wand, but on the run and now hexed. One more shot from FY to get the finishing blow on Fly.
Over here.
Meanwhile, Vortex right clicks, Emo. Ooh, they've got the Searing Chains. Icarus dive in. They've brought 2 supports over. Somnus, though, he's in too far and he ends up dead.
Somnus had so much advantage on him, and now he kind of loses it. 22 CS, 38 on Storm Spirit. Let's check the net worth. So, I mean, he still has 600
From the tempest of battle.
difference, but yeah, Emo will be able to farm this creep wave. Axe on bottom. Vanguard done. Boots about to be delivered. Level 6. Has Dunk available.
Looking for me.
All laning over. They've got the Hex. They'll look for Ali. He's dead again. Somnus gets a return kill of some sort. That'll help him come back into the lane. Do you think they side of Elephant can contest these stacks in the triangle? Or, well, it's really just the hard camp.
Storm Spirit can, that's for sure.
Dire's courier
He can
has been
invade it.
killed.
Immediately trying to put
Easily
vision
kill
down
it.
on it. Picks up the bounty rune. Red Panda getting run down by Kaka. He also skips Leech Seed again. So
I guess he's
202.
just playing a different style. I don't mind because he already put 2 points in Nature's Grasp. He's not gonna be in lane to use the Leech Seed anyway. So Living Armor is a better choice at this point that he's in right now. We see Treant Protectors going for Holy Locket, which seems to be the standard item.
Storm coming to steal this stack. They've got the Observer there, so they'll see him go over, which could be a problem. And JT comes in.
Dire's top
He'll take the
tower
stack
is under
himself.
attack.
Maybe Red Panda throws down a Nature's Grasp of some sort, but it's already feeling like it's a little bit too late. He'll steal some of that experience. He's happy with that because he gets to level 5. They've got the glimpse on the Yang. Blade Fury running out. They've got the kinetic field around this Mars, but there's the heal from the tree, and Omni Slash committed. They get the kill on the Yang regardless of the fact that he was being healed up by Red Panda. That was a level 3 in the Living Armor.
You still die. The overtime damage. You're close to tower. Fire Spirits. Reducing your attack speed. It's kind of hard to fight into that. I want to see rotation from Storm Spirit.
To me.
He did not pick up a rune, so unfortunately does not have that much HP to work with. Emo running him down on mid and has that regeneration. Storm would definitely love to pick up that one.
Yeah, Treant was trying to body block him out from getting that regen rune, but
This is going to be a sick timing on Axe Blink Dagger. After having a good laning stage, goes back to clear those stacks, and we'll have it. Pretty 10-minute Blink Dagger Vanguard Axe.
that's far. Honestly, just killing it. Ursa with the Battle Hunger. He's having to deal with JT right now. Gets the Battle Hunger off, but now right into the call. Not that they're outputting that much damage onto Eurus just yet. He is 1,000 gold ahead of this Ursa. He's so farmed after taking those stacks. And that's all courtesy of Kaka, who had made them.
So Blink Dagger done. Let's see if there are any smokes.
Zarnus, Emo spot each other as they rotate towards top. Just an Earth Spike and then some retreat. A little bit of a reprieve before both these teams look like they want to go in. Throw down a sentry. They'll take out the Observer. And the vision is lacking from Elephant.
Look at what's going on. He's using his courier top lane, so we'll TP top, and they outpush the lane, and then they smoke with Ollie. But he also maybe needs to put a sentry ward. Let's see where he decides to TP, because this courier is gonna get. Oh my god! If he kills this courier, he's gonna scout it.
Oh god. Yeah, that's the Blink Dagger. All that hard work for nothing.
From a hero to 0 in 15 seconds.
Oh no.
So this 9-minute Blink Dagger Vanguard Brown Boots is gonna be more like 12.5 minutes. Sometimes being too smart is not good.
Stupendous.
The 500, 600 IQ that can hurt you.
Not this.
And then this really... Because he could have snowballed out of control with that Blink. Now this gives opportunity for Elephant to kind of secure their next item. Immediately, Firefly TPing out. They're putting pressure in over towards top. Clearing up some sentries, clearing up some vision.
Top tower is under attack.
It will try to take the
Dire's
tier 1.
structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So yeah,
Radiant structures are fortified.
for IG, because that Blink Dagger is their opening, right? That's their initiator. They do have the Ember. They could slide a Fist Searing Chains, but if you get the Blink call before that, that feels even better.
And something that Zai has done. Manta style on Axe with the shard.
Right.
Dire's top
Ursa coming over. They've got the Hex Overgrowth. Oh, Static Storm comes in. They'll use the finger. They're trying to drain the mana away from this Ember, who will remnant away. So all that damage is for naught as they go after Yang. They've got the Sleight of Fist Searing Chains. Can they get the kill here onto the Mars? It looks like they can with the Remnant forward. There's a 4-man Overgrowth, but it doesn't turn into anything, and Eurus is forced to try and TP away, and he has done so. However, call out onto FY. He misses that Earth Spike, and eventually he'll be cold.
Looked like a good overgrowth, 4-man overgrowth, but no real follow-up. They need Finger, they need Storm Spirit to be able to deal the damage. Storm now TPing mid. I don't think they can get a kill on Emo, but they're trying to pick up the rune. Look at Eurus, just the straight up efficiency coming out from the safe laner. Now continues to farm mid lane. Emo should be, sorry, Samus should be fine. Picked up that double damage. Going into Orchid. Okay, I don't mind that against the Ember Spirit. So Ember Spirit's still deciding what he wants to go for. He had that the Yule Scepter queued up, but now changes it to Maelstrom. I don't mind, like, Yule Scepter is okay, but you don't scale. But sometimes it backfires. If Storm Spirit gets that Orchid early on, they keep playing extremely fast. They don't allow you to farm your defensive item, whether that's a BKB or a Yule Scepter. So could be a bit tricky. Still gonna go with... I think the play could potentially be when... because he saw Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit showed his Oblivion Staff, so that means he's going into Orchid. So play could be get that Javelin and don't get full Maelstrom. Just lock the Mithril Hammer in case you need a BKB.
Is he going for Orchid? Maybe he goes into
This is getting
Echo
scouted.
Saber.
Ollie, oh, not fast enough.
Static Storm, though, with the call coming through, they've got themselves a kinetic field, and Storm's going to be blown up here. No,
All
he's
missed.
got the ball lightning. The Culling Blade, it's not enough. They do get the kill into F-Fly. They take out Red Panda's Courier. It's going to be his arcane boots on...
Still a very good
Cool
read
down.
from IG. What's happening?
Yeah.
Ursa, Diffusal Blade done. New hybrid type of a build. Diffusal Blade got buffed in the previous patch, so for each mana you deal extra damage. Before it was 80%, now it's 100. And you get a bit more agi, 4 more agi, 2 more int. So kind of a big buff to the item.
And he's got that Morbid Mask already, too, right?
Yeah.
Do you like this Diffusal over everything else?
I really do. I really do. I was not that big fan of Ursa Battle Fury. Especially after the nerfs, the Battle Fury, just this seems a bit more needed type of a build.
Ball lightning into the call of JT. They've got the Vortex. They have Fly coming over. He's trying to
Glimpse.
ball lightning away, but he gets glimpsed back, and now they've got the
Into
call
another
once
call.
again. They're taking out his Aegis. Hex, Spear, lands with the Finger. Fly blown up. Ball lightning looking for more, and his attention is on Nakaka, who will Icarus dive away. Going in a little far, but will that be a problem here for Elephant? They've got the call on the 2 once again, but
Buyback
it's
from
just not
Fly.
enough damage on the Samus
What?
just yet. He's got the Battle Hunger, the Thunderstrike on him.
5-man
Overgrowth comes in on the
Overgrowth.
5, but it's defensive. It's to leave. It's not anything that's going to be followed up on right now. It's still good Overgrowth to make something happen, but the blink as well as the call coming in from JT on the 2 once again. They've got themselves the Omni Slash. There's the Static Storm down, but it's not enough damage. The Spear, Fly, he's pushed back. He's got the Healing Ward out to try and sustain this team.
Ursa
and they
wanted to
want
focus him
keep
down.
Going.
I think there was a bit of miscommunication there with the Spear. Ursa wanted to go back in. I like how Red Panda is using these living armors prematurely on a hero that like wants to go in. IG, this buyback from Fly is
Questionable.
just horrible, a big question mark. Because Axe had Arcane Rune there, so he gets it off cooldown. Glimpse back, Call is ready once again. Nicely timed there by Axe, but still they do not get anything out of it.
Where does this put Fly's game? Because look at where he is in terms of net worth as he dies. He's at 5,400. He's just above
No,
the
I
Mars.
mean, I don't know what he's thinking. You just have to deal with that you died. Because there's nothing to take. You can't take Tower, you can't take any Roshans.
Now he's down below the Mars in net worth. Good Overgrowth. Unfortunately, that Overgrowth, like the Overgrowth's 4 or 5 heroes. Just defensive, well, not defensively on the first one. I think they wanted to be offensive there, but there wasn't follow-up. The second one's defensive. They've been really good here from Red Panda so far. Usually you'll see like a Treant try to get to that blink. I think he's really hoping for the fillet.
Oh yeah, you're always hoping for it whenever you're playing position 4 and 5. You know, sending my thoughts and prayers. The Ice Frog, fingers crossed. Give me that Philosopher's Stone, free gold.
Looking for a blink call here onto Eurus, probably with a Supernova. If they want to just commit to it. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, will they even need it? He goes to the ult, and now they've got the Glimpse. So they stop the TP, Kinetic Field. Eurus now may need to turn and just throw some damage out, but unfortunately he can't. And he ends up killed off by JT.
Big kill there. There's still both tier 1 towers on the mid lane standing. So pretty unusual. 16 minutes into the game.
Are you gonna smoke now that he's got this Orchid?
It's very hard against Treant though, because you need to commit. You need to go all in, otherwise the tower's gonna healed up. Gonna get healed up. And
Radiant's
he
top
is
tower
getting
is under
closer
attack.
to that Holy Locket, amplifying the healing, which is really nice. Plus you also have healing coming out from the Nature's guys.
He's happy to get that Holy Locket. This is like one of the only heroes you see first item Holy Locket. Pretty exclusively too on Treant, right?
We've seen it, I believe, yesterday on Dazzle in European region. It's just not too many heroes can use it.
Yeah.
Like maybe Undying if you can get potentially the farm, but most of the time you're gonna get that Glimmer Cape, get maybe Medallion, Solar Crest. But Holy Locket, I think it's in a good state. Maybe if we buff him a bit more, this item could become like real popular.
Smoke broken, balling in. They've got the blink as well as the
static.
call. And now they've got the static storm that's going to be on the two of these heroes. They walk out of the kinetic field. Now they've got the glimpse back. So now Storm, Silence, in some trouble. They get the kill on the Kaka. They'll also trade on to FY. Balling away. Summon's trying to survive. He's got the battle hunger on them. They get the kill on a JT. They drop down the arena. And Eurus, there's nobody for him to jump on just yet. It's a 2-for-1 in the favor of Elephant.
Gift from the tempest of
That
And that
was a good
really
static,
risky.
but no follow-up. They needed something. They needed chains. I think Kinetic Field did not connect there, so Storm gets out. And he was having a battle hunger on him. Jumps to the creep camp, kills it, removes the battle hunger. Even though it's pretty even in terms of net worth, this Elephant's lineup is gonna look scary once they get the BKBs. Storm Spirit... Wait, is he actually going Kaya next before a BKB? I don't think you can afford to go for it. I just don't... I think it's... It could backfire. Playing into this Static Storm, you need to get a good jump. You need to be able to kill the Disruptor. Philosopher's Stone, but for the enemy team. But Holy Locket already done. This looks so funny. Treant Protector, Brown Boots, Holy Locket. These are the items.
Call again.
He's trying to use the Holy Locket. He got it.
Wow. Just gets to survive on the storm. Red Panda probably not as lucky.
Radiant's bottom
That's-
tower is under attack.
A good move by Red Panda. A guy that I think when people talk about Elephant, at least, you know, the community and whatnot, they see Red Panda as a guy they don't know the name of.
And the thing
And
is,
he's the scapegoat.
Yeah, of course. It's always easy to blame him because you have these 4 players
names.
big names that play the TIs.
Ball Lightning Orchid coming through. They've got the follow-up from FY, but can they get the kill? No, Yule's up into the air. They still have the damage to get the kill on the Emo. Now they're going to take out the Supernova that was used for nothing. They look over at Fly. They have the Yules. They have the Spear to follow it up. So we'll see.
They do not, but they
don't.
can get a good jump on Disruptor.
Yeah, they'll take out Ollie. He's on the run and missing the Spear again, but FY's in it with the Blink.
He needs... Okay, he has the damage talent.
Blink call onto 2, maybe some damage onto Yang, but just doesn't look like enough, and they pop the BKB for that.
I was wondering if they're gonna have enough to kill him. Then I check, well, Lion's dealing some serious right clicks. He decided to go for the 70 damage talent, just a casual 70.
Oh yeah, hit hard. I think Black likes the 70 damage talent.
That compared to 15 move speed, like in terms of gold, you can do the math.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Windlace,
5 gold.
it's you know, worse than that. It's 15 movement speed, Windlace is 250, I'll help you out. We can check the damage. Second Relic is 60, so it's like 4,000 plus for...
Dire are scanning.
Okay. About
About 4,000
4,200
difference, yeah, between these two talents in terms of gold.
Yeah. Okay. Trying to hover math there. Write it in the air. Try and visualize it.
So Storm Spirit in the end decided to go for Kaya. I don't think he has that many mana issues, but he's holding Nether Shawl. This is a big item because there is so much magical damage. on IG. Ursa, BKB done.
He has to deal with that -3 armor.
Oh yeah, unacceptable. How is he gonna live?
Recover.
Dire's bottom
25% magic resist, 8 spell damage. You know that new meme. You get
8
this.
spell damage.
Yeah.
25% magic resistance. And they go to the blink call. They've got the Omni also committed. Well, Yule's up into the air. Static Storm. This is all coming through for the Mars.
Mars is still
And
alive.
he's still alive. He should eventually fall here. And finally he does. But he gets the arena down beforehand. They've got the finger as well as the move in from Eurus. They've got the damage to take out Emo. They'll look over at J2 who's out of mana. The Sunray keeping them at least healthy for now. They'll use that bull whip onto the jug and run him
Another
out.
buyback. Emo decides to buy back here. They can just run. I think they can just go inside a bit. There is no Omni. There is no Static Storm. No Supernova. So once Mars is back, like I love Mars build in this game. He has a Van Brace. He has a Hood, Yule Scepter, Living Armor from the Treant, which makes him super tanky. And they expend everything. They actually use everything just to kill that Mars.
Yeah.
I don't see the reason why they should not go inside a bit with Ursa, with the Storm Spirit. They just have enough. This is Ursa with the 9-second BKB. I don't think you care too much about it. Let's see if they decide to smoke and then, yeah, it seems like it's going to be smoke, try to get a pick off potentially, and then turn that into Roche. Right now, IG just holding a high ground.
Not much to work with. Ball Lightning into the Hex. They've got the Spear with the God's Rebuke at the same time. JT, he'll die to Eurus. That's a kill into the Axe.
Radiant's
Elephant
middle tower is under attack.
thinking about going into Roche. Now they bought back on Axe. They've bought back on all 3 cores now. They're going to try and make a play here. Fly though. Yule's into the air. Static Storm is down. That means no Spear with the BKB being popped by Eurus. They'll go over with the Ball Lightning as well as the Orchid out onto this Ember. Well, they'll glimpse back the Storm. Emo just surviving. Overgrowth comes in. You've got Fly low. He ends up dead for 74 seconds. You got to remember, he bought back earlier, and he is dead for so long.
And now they can go inside a bit, because Emo, he needs to be careful. Ideally, you would want to kill a hero that either bought back or doesn't have a buyback, so they're forcing those buybacks on Axe. And yeah, no, there's no way they contest this. So Ursa will be picking up the Shard, one of the best ones in the game. Urchok applies 1.5 seconds enrage buff and reduces the cooldown by 1 second. So now you have Cheese Aegis plus a Shard, and this game feels completely out of IG's control. Once they get those BKBs, they are not afraid of the Static Storm anymore. At least Disruptor is holding that Philosopher's Stone. I see Ogre Axe, so that means he is going into Aghanim Scepter. Eventually, an item that could make the difference. You get a good call with Axe, follow it up with a Static Storm. There is no counterplay to that other than, let's say, Treant Protector maybe healing you, giving you Holy Locket, but that's it.
That's if he does get to that, as Ollie's dead. Finger from FY. 4 stacks for him. He's going into the Wind Waker if he can afford that. That's going to be a lot of gold. And you see this graph, and it just kind of well out of favor for I.
FY is just, I'm going to get that Wind Waker. Don't worry, guys. I will be farming 6,000 gold, 7,000 gold. Apologies.
I'll double my net worth. Don't worry. I got this.
It's a great item. It's a great item for saving people inside a Static Storm. Like, this is also, I think, his way of thinking, because he saw the Ogre Axe on Disruptor. So one counterplay that I talked about that they don't have any, you can build one.
Radiant are scanning.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, and great against the Axe. He gets a good initiation. You can use it on your allies to save them from the Omni Slash. It's a great item. It's just really expensive.
A lot of gold. When they get the outpost, they're moving in. They've got a 10k lead with Aegis
Radiant's bottom
in their
tower
hands.
is under attack.
Basher next to the Ursa, Red Panda. He has had pretty much just consumables in that quick buy for a long time. He's finally got a Glimmer Cape there. Orchid, but the blink away. Now they've got the Vortex. Sunray coming out. Spear lands on a Fly. He's in trouble. The damage is out. They've got the Earth Spike. They'll get the kill. He's dead for 49 seconds. He doesn't have buyback. They've also killed off Ollie, and they're looking for more. Kaka yules up into the air. Can he get away from this one? Supernova. That's going to be used. Sleight of Fist Searing Chains as well as the call.
Good
Might
call
actually
to
go well
protect it.
for IG. But the overgrowth, the BKBs, they've got the Supernova going off, and this is all for Yang potentially. He is so tanky, he's on the run, finally glimpsed, but it takes so much to kill him. Orchid out, Static Storm through, finger onto JT. They will blow up the Axe who bought back recently, and he is dead for 77.
Somnus does not need to die here. They're chasing Emo. Stun. Oh. Did not want to go for... I think the play is to try to use the Earth Spike. You still have Hex available. Storm Spirit, he dodged the
Is under attack.
Supernova stun. We're gonna see that again, and he had the Arcane Rune, so a lot of mana that he can work with in that fight. I think if IG loses one more fight, they GG out. From what I've seen in Season 2, they just love to call it.
And there goes Ollie. Looking over for another. As FY, he's getting right-clicked here. Omni slash committed. Yours goes into the Enrage, and that Omni just doesn't do anything. So now they're the ones running the opposite way because they've got the help from Samus. He comes through. They look over at Fly. Can he survive? Blade Fury away. He's got the healing ward. Samus' Aegis is used. Yule's up into the air, coming through onto Emo. Pops the BKB as he lands. Sleight of Fist Searing Chains is available, so they get the Searing Chains out onto the Storm.
IG, they're really not afraid to use these buybacks, but in this game, they are not getting too much out of the buybacks. First, the buyback on Jug, then buyback on Ember Spirit, really not achieving much. Juggernaut, we didn't discuss his item build, decided to go for Diffusal Blade, great against the Storm, great against Ursa. Because Ursa, he wants to be using those Earth Shock multiple times in a fight. Because of the shard, but without mana, you can't do that, so you're kind of nullifying the whole shard potential.
They've been trying to kill Yang so many times, and it is just not looking feasible at the moment. I mean, yeah, he dies, but he threw
I don't think
everything
he
at him.
cares. He is so tanky that will be able to get his spells off no matter what.
Omni used Omni checks, Supernova check, call. Check all remnants, Static Storm. Check, 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 check. I'm still alive. Run me down. You're gonna say about the pipe picked up from Mars?
Yeah, just tanking his whole team up. Now getting a casual Sanj. Thinking about getting a Lotus Orb on top of it. A lot of stuff to click. Every single item is clickable, so he better be fast with those fingers.
Gonna have those fast hands.
If he upgrades the Sanj into Heaven's Halberd, which I think is a good idea against the Jug.
Never refuse gold.
Dire's middle tower
Going on to Lion Wind Waker Watch 2021.
It's gonna take a while.
It's gonna be a while. Doesn't have the Yules yet. We're checking in. Wind Waker.
If there was a Philosopher's Stone, he does not mind that, getting a bit more mana pool. Less damage, has that 70 damage talent, so he does not care too much about it. Decides to go for a 4-staff. In the end, a bit disappointed, I gotta say.
A little bit of disappointment there. Looks like IG, they want to fight. They want to make something happen. But it feels like desperation.
Seems like they learned the lesson. We do not go
fight.
on Mars.
Yeah. Yang's showing. Guys, don't go. K leads. Smoke used here by Elephant. They're wrapping all the way around. Taking the long route. GPS recalculating. Can't find anybody. Turn around.
Regeneration.
Things pretty quiet. Maybe IG can... Well, I'll say that. They double smoke. Stake. Disruptor. He's 2 components away from finishing off this Axe. They want to go towards bottom. And this is for FY BKB from Emo. That's a lot. I don't know if you needed to use the BKB to get the kill on FY, but
It
sure.
was a 7-second BKB, so you don't care about using it anymore.
Okay.
You just pop it. It's down to 6. Does not get lower.
Cooldown for a while. I don't know. Blink call coming through. This is on Yang, and is it going to be enough damage this time? Have the lessons been learned? They go to the Nature's Grass. Eurus jumps in with BKB, Popeye JT. They've got the Yules up into the air. Kaka, he's hitting off the side of that arena wall, and that kind of gets forced to use the Supernova. They've got the Static Storm as well as the Kinetic Field. Overgrowth, well done by Red Panda again to get that control, but they've got the stun from the Supernova hitting on him, and Eurus turning this one around and looking to get the kill. They fought back on this Mars, but he doesn't have the arena to work with. They'll start to run on IG. They find themselves JT, do a lot of damage. The Glimpse isn't going to help. It's actually going to let Somnus leave for free.
He gets a kill and gets sent back. 2 buybacks expended. Roche will respawn in 30 seconds, so they will have 30-second window. This Treant Protector with Holy Locket is doing so much work. Mars, very tanky. He uses the Living Armor on him, gets close, uses the Holy Locket plus a Glimmer Cape to keep him alive. Still not enough. Somnus was a bit too far away. This will still give them opportunity to go inside a pit. Axe has no buyback whatsoever.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Tier 2 goes down.
It's very important with Storm Spirit on your team to be able to control the runes, and they've been doing it very nice this time.
For the entirety of the game.
Pretty much. Like, you always see Storm Spirit with something. Either double damage, multiple arcane runes. Roche has that Aghanim Scepter.
Blessing, which honestly Storm wants to buy. If he just gets a free one, he could spend 3,500 more gold somewhere else.
I don't think it would be a bad idea to give it to Ursa. Like, when he's disabled during the Axe call, you can still use it.
Ollie, he's very dead. Yule's up into the air, Remnant away. They use the Static Storm, and with no Disruptor, no Static Storm, Roche may even feel pretty free for Elephant.
Disruptor is getting close. Philosopher's Stone, gold kicking in. Just needs 900 gold to finish off that Aghanim Scepter, and this is something that could make the difference. Let's see who decides to pick up that Aegis. Probably it's going to be Storm Aegis, but I want to see the Axe. I would give it to Ursa. Yeah, Ursa picks it up.
Okay.
Here I am.
18-second cooldown.
Plus Earth Shock, so pretty much
Let the fun begin.
permanent Enrage. Not bad. Thank you, Ice Frog.
Appreciate that. Just gotta love my 50% status resistance all the time.
Just can't be stunned. Damage reduction, casual 80. Not even 100% damage reduction. A scan connect, so they know something is up.
And they're gonna right click in onto JT. They've got the finger as well as the hex. They'll get the kill. The Remnant's away from Emo. Ooh, Red Panda. He was there, ready to go. And that's going back to that status
Radiant's
resistance.
bottom tower is under
Disgusting.
attack.
So a
Dire's
duration
bottom
5
tower is
seconds.
under
That
attack.
means dot cooldown for another 13 seconds after it's done. But Earthshock's giving you a 1.5 second enrage buff every time you use that on a 7-second cooldown. You're almost.
You also have some extra status resistance coming
Yeah.
out from the Titan Sliver, which is not bad. Imagine if you had SNY on Ursa.
SNY
like,
is pretty
literally
quiet since he picked up that
unstunnable.
Axe, though. Yeah, just get. You know what? Just get it. Just get SNY. Why not?
There's no space for SNY. He needs to upgrade this mask to Satanic. Has another way of dispelling things and just makes you much more tankier. These heroes also don't build
Dire's
into
bottom
Butterfly.
tower is under attack.
Juggernaut going all in on damage. Aghanim Scepter done. Now into MKB. They need the damage. They need this Juggernaut to be able to kill a hero during the Omni, possibly even with the Swift Slash, just to lower their HP.
Dire's bottom
Storm
tower
Spirit
has fallen.
wants to buy a book. Feels like he needs something good to read. Wants that
Radiant's
level
top
25
tower is
talent.
under attack.
Could I suggest Of Mice and Men?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a good one. Gem picked up by the Phoenix. T, he's laying in wait.
Radiant's top
over
tower
in the
is
trees,
under
but
attack.
Elephant won't give them that opportunity. They're actually drawing on the map to go top.
Radiant structures are
They
fortified.
really want to go for Fly, and the TP's coming from Somnus. Fly should be wise to this, to just
Dire's
TP
middle
out.
tower is under attack.
This is something that IG is really good at. Keeping the tomes. Because Phoenix right now, he got the tome. He bought the tome 37 minutes in. So they're just checking, you know, what do we need? Do we need those 2 extra attacks to destroy the supernova? Because no one's getting close. That they're just like, there are no big talents that are gonna make the difference. This is possibly the one. Axe is 19, but level 20 talents are kind of so-so. 20 HP region or just a Culling Blade Threshold's not gonna make the difference. Juggernaut is level 19, getting closer to that 20. Like, this is a good one, the Blade Fury DPS. Timeless Relic plus a Stormcrafter. You give Timeless Relic the Storm Spirit just to be able to have that pull with the Aghanim Scepter, longer duration, more damage from all of his abilities. Going into Shiva's Guard.
Static Storm with the Ags, plus the talent upgrade.
Is under
Blink call. They've got the Supernova. They're going to come over. They've got themselves the Vortex. They look over at the Disruptor. They're trying to get the kill here. Can they take out the Egg? No, they can't. But they've got the Silence under the Disruptor. He still has got the Static Storm off. Yule's up into the air. They're going to get the Kinetic Field as well as the Static Storm. They've got the Mute onto Somnus. He's in some trouble, but Ali ends up dead. There's no follow-up to the Static Storm because they lost themselves their Ember.
It's
Emo's
just a
gone.
Static Storm on 1. Emo has a buyback. Like, he needs to use a buyback, otherwise they lose 2 set of barracks.
Abyssal. Buyback committed. There's the call, looking for it. But didn't get it off. I believe the silence was in time. They've got the Earth Spike. JT still being pulled in. Now they've got the Hex and the damage. They get that kill onto the Axe.
And Peek Up, my friend, I believe this is it. I don't think they have enough damage. Swift Slash, Abyssal Blade, Bashes, they can just lock him down.
Yeah, Fly trying to run, right clicks in. They missed the Earth Spike. They're still on the retreat. They've got the Spear. Fly, he's not going to make it out. They are godlike. They've got Jug with a buyback, not something you really want to use. Side of Fist Searing Chains coming through. They've got the Disruptor back up, but they don't have the Static Storm. They've got the right clicks, and there's the GG. So, what, 0 high ground towers go down?
Yeah, I told you. You know, this is how IG, when they lose, they don't lose a tier 3 tower. It's really not necessary. I think it comes down to that they have a good understanding what can be done in the game in a certain situations that they're in. I also respect